breathe in and breathe out with an R, the usual, relaxing the face, any pitch. Let's go. Whenever you need to breathe in again. Next time, a bit more opening here. And then to E, waking up our face. E, then mouth closed. Now let's see if we can stabilize our sound, even though we will be moving from side to side. So take a breath into the belly and make it solid, okay? Whatever happens with your body. Keep turning. Can try being an opera singer and hold a note as you're doing all sorts of movements, lying down, sitting up, okay? Okay, and the last thing we do, we take a note and listen to the sound inside our head. So we'll cover our ears as we're singing and listen if our sound is going straight or if we're wobbly. So try to stabilize it, try to make it comfortable. People are still arriving, so do that. Whatever I'm doing, just keep doing what you're doing. Breathe in and how was that? Very different sound, yeah? Very different sound. So that'll do for our warm-up today. The song today is the usual range, an octave and a fourth. And we will sing it a bit low and then we'll go higher. But here is the melody. I'll just check if this is somebody who can't get to the... No, this is all good. So I'll sing your phrase, you sing it with me. No music for now, right? Listen. One more time. Yeah, on your own. Next line. So starting here, let's go together. One more time. And together. From the beginning, so we're still humming and warming up. Let's go. Next bit. Together. Okay, that phrase, let's go. Okay. Listen. 1 2 5 5 2 2, 1, da. Sorry. 2, 2, 6, 5, 2, 1, da. So the last line again. Together, let's go. How is that? Let's bring everything together. It's a bit twisty, but it's nice to try to at least memorize it. I'll tell you why. I will show you the music in front of, on the screen in a minute, but I'd like to play you a couple of folk examples, not necessarily of that song, but of other similar songs, songs of that genre. And we could try to relax a bit into the melody. And for that, it's nice to have this audio connection with the melody rather than just visual. You will have your visual in a minute. Follow me from the beginning. Let's go. Okay, let's now see the melody. I hope everyone who needed to get to this session is here now. Sorry about that little thing with the password. I think I answered 3 emails of people not being able to get in. It's because I changed password like from 3 days ago to yesterday. So sorry about that. Let's look at the music. Now, this is not what you see in the Mussorgsky, but what the Mussorgsky used, and we'll talk about it later, is pretty close to this tune. What's happening in chat? Thanksgiving, yes, big thing in America, isn't it? Okay, happy Thanksgiving to you. All right, la la la, let's go. 1, 2, and la 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 la. Ending. How good is that? Okay, we're secure with the tune for now? Yeah, all good? With the music in front of you, should be okay. Let's look at a bit of our text. Now, there are a couple of opinions on what to see this song as. There are lyrical songs, a genre of lyric folk songs in Russia. There is a протяжные лирические, which is kind of long, stretched lyrical songs, which I think this is. And also there are folk ballads that tell a longer story in that kind of style, but longer, repeated. And I think it's also has features of a ballad. Which would bring a few more features, a few more elements into how we would sing it as a folk song. That aside, I'll play you a couple of folk examples later. For now, let's look at the first verse. Now, there are lots of lines here under the text. See, the first 4 verses are written under the text, and there are 4 verses in Latin right underneath. I don't know if you can follow that. Can we follow that? I would suggest for now doing this, looking at our text right here, which would be fun because the Russian here is Old Russian. I copied it straight from the book. Couldn't get in. Helen, right, password now working. She didn't see that. Yes, thank you, Jackie. I've answered to all the emails that got to me, but you know, unfortunately, that may be something that happened in between. So let's look at this. In the Old Russian, instead of ye, we had this kind of like a yet thing with a crossed line there. So this will be similar to regular Russian. It should be okay to read for those who know Cyrillic. Now, I'm going to say it, the usual. Исходила младенька, все луга и болота. Say it again. Исходила младенька, все луга и болота. Next line. Все луга и болота, все сенные покосы. One more time this line. Все луга и болота, все сенные покосы. Okay, chat, Old Russian here. Yeah, Paul, the usual extras for us. Thank you. So, исходила has gone through, not just ходить. Ходить is to walk around. Исходила means that she's done a lot, too much. Came to the end of this, walking around. Mladenka is a young woman coming from mlada, which is young. Все, all. Луга is valleys or little clearings. И, and bolota is actually a bog with water. Yeah? So she's gone through all these forests and all these wild growth. Все луга и болота, it's a repetition. Все, all. Сенные is hay, покосы is mowings. So all the mowed fields. So she's been everywhere. I find it difficult to read. Yeah. So she's been everywhere. She's gone through everything. She's tired. That's what we should get from the first verse. And we're going to sing it right now. I hope you can do it from this sheet music. So you will be looking at number 1 in your text. Sorry, I can't highlight it. So find number 1, and we're following that first line in whichever option you're following. Let's go. And исходила младенька, все луга и болота, все луга и болота, а и все сенные покосы. I hope this is doable for you. Let's do it one more time. Get used to stretching these melodies all the way to the end of each phrase. Right. Wait, sorry, there's one more. Jackie, all good. Okay. Right, one more time. First verse. So I taught you as исходи, which is also an option. That's what we learned in school. I'm sorry, I need to check if this is someone who can come to a session. No, it's not. Good. Let's read it. 1, let's go. Исходила младенька, все луга и болота, а все луга и болота, а и все сенные покосы. So we'll look at the second verse now and read it. It's the same rhythm here, luckily for us, and then it changes, so we may not go that far. Pri, okay? So second line, second verse. Let's go. Пристигала младеньку Ниня темная ночка. Okay, again, and Пристигала младеньку меня темная ночка. Next line. Ах, ах, Тигаревати. Wait. Где мне ночка ратати? So we miss out one of the syllables, so we stretch the word there. So second line, ach, let's go, and ach, ach, Тигаревати. Где мне ночка ратати? Okay, so пристигала in this case is like it's like she's painted into the corner. This woman singing, it's kind of old Russian, it's really beautiful text, very old-fashioned, old style. Младеньку, the young woman, меня, me. Темная is dark, ночка, night. So the dark night has really been kind of pushing me and got me into the corner. Ах is just an exclamation. Ach ти горевати. Горевати is to feel really. Горе is grief or sadness. It's not as bad as grief, but it's more than sorrow. It's quite dark, quite bad. All my sorrows. Где, where? Мне is for me, ночь is night, каратати, make shorter. Where do I spend the night? How do I make the night shorter? Karatati meaning to just sleep, go to sleep, but not lightly, kind of where do I spend the night? Do I get through the night? Now let me see you, and please give me a nod if you think we can sing it without looking at the music. Can we? Or you want? Mm-hmm. I'll show you the music for the second verse. Right? Okay. Let's see if we can do with some scrolling. So you just follow the second line in whichever writing you're following, yeah? Пристига. Okay, let's go. Пристигала младеньку меня темная ночка. Ах, Тигаревати, ай, где мне ночь каратати. Let's sing these two verses just to get into the tune. Now, if I show you that on one page like this, I hope you'll be able to follow the first two verses, yeah? So don't go flippy. I'm going a tone higher. So there'll be one high note that might be slightly high, but for higher voices it'll be easier to reach. Okay, first two verses. Исходила, and let's go. Исходила младенька, все луга и болота, все луга и болота, все сенные покосы. Second verse. Пристигала младеньку меня темная ночка. Ах, Тигаревати, ай, где мне ночь каратати. Okay, so So we have these common features of a lyrical song from Russia, which is long phrases, long notes, stretched words. You have one word or one syllable stretched, 1, 2, 3 notes, long breath within the melody, but it's quite rhythmical. And I wasn't able to find the folk original of this song, but I dug and dug and dug. Where did Mussorgsky get it from? It seems like Ostrovsky, one of the most famous playwrights in Russia, also knew that song. And it looks like both of them found that, learned that song from a gypsy choir director, Ivan Vasilyev, who lived in 1810 to 1870. He actually led a gypsy choir. He was a composer himself. So he got that song from a folk source, but it's stage further from the original folklore. And I want to play you a couple of songs in that style, in the folk style of lyrical songs. And it's interesting how after hearing it in the Mussorgsky and many classical singers perform it, it's really difficult to separate that harmony, these harmonies, from how the tune could have sounded like. I'll give you just like 15 seconds of 3 different lyrical songs so we can try and maybe sing it slightly differently next time. Second verse, and I'm confused. Switch from italics to boldface in the last line, second verse. Yeah, it does to help you with following some lines. I tried to do some kind of help because it's so many lines. Now, let's have a listen to something. You've all listened to the Abukhova recording, to the classical recording, yeah? It's interesting that the classical, this is how we know it. Now, here is a folk, a similar folk song, similar in style. Did you notice she went sharp as well? And the tuning wasn't perfect major, right? So my assumption is that this song, the song we're singing now, wasn't in major either. Listen to another one. It's about a young girl who walked through the forest as well, and she's upset with her family. So I've chosen something similar. This is also similar to a song some of you may know, also a known Russian song. Here we go. So you see how it goes like this, right? It's ornamented. It's ornamented. And one last example, I just love this so much. I have to push it onto you. I love it. I want to share it. Listen. Right? Do you hear it's not tuned to major. So what seems like perfect major in that song, the song we're singing now, could have been something else. Yeah, it could have been not major, something else, yeah? Voice quality of the style in British. I think it's voice production and that little break that they use in their voices. I can't quite do it. Beautiful. Let's try and sing it one more time with that in mind, not being exactly like major minor, not really counting and not conducting. Let's go a bit looser with it. So your last one is perfect. So I'll show you our text, and shall I show you the music or not? What do you think? Yeah. Okay. Okay, okay, right. Let's go in this one, this key. First two verses. Let's go. Исходила младенька все луга и болота, все луга и болота, и все сенные покосы. Пристигала младенька меня темная ночка. Ах, ты горевати, ай, где мне ночь коротати? Does this make sense? As a folk song. It's fun, isn't it? Yeah, so unfortunately, I can't find the folk original. Let's sing one more time what we know, and let's add a couple more verses to it, yeah? Okay? Let me read through the third and the fourth verses for you. You can see them in the music. I'll stay on this page. So, мне на ум-то. I'm going to read that. See, мне. Can you see that? Мне. Yeah, that's your third line, number 3. Okay, and 1. Мне на ум-то запала про родного. Sorry, родного. Yeah, I'll go from that measure, that bar. Про родного братца уж я стук под окошко, уж я бряг в колечко. I'll translate it and then we will sing it together. So it came to my mind, she says, мне на ум, to me, into my mind, запала, kind of went deep. Про родного, about my dear brat's brother. So she remembered her brother. She started thinking about her brother. Уж я стук, and I go bash, knock, под окошко, on the window. Уж я бряк is kind of bash. В колечко, on the ring. I'm assuming it's a ring that, one of those knocking rings on the door. So she's knocking on her brother's house, window and door. Let's try and sing it. Okay? Let's go. Мне на ум-то запало про родного братца. Уж я стук под окошко, уж я бряг в колечко. Okay? What's in our chat? Hope you're coping. Are you coping? Let me see. The third line, sorry, bold and bold flip from previous lines. Yes, be alert. It's quite tricky with so many. I hope you would just learn the music by now. Let's sing this one more time, okay? Third verse, and let's go. Мне на ум-то запало про родного братца. Уж я стук под окошко, уж я бряг в колечко. And we want to know what happened next. She's shouting for her brother, and that's your last line, should be easy to find. Yeah, if you're reading from Latin, I've even forgotten to put a number 4 there. It's the bottom line there, дома. Yeah, I'll read it. Let's go together. Do, mal, li, bratец. До, маль, белый голубчик. How is that? Next bit, and let's go. Ой, sorry. Ты укрой меня, братец, да от темной ночи. Really stretch темной ночи, yeah? I'll do this again. The whole verse. Let's go. Дома, ли, братец, дома, белый голубчик, ты укрой меня, братец, да от темной ночи. Let's sing this one, yeah? And let's go. Дома, дома, и братец, дома, белый голубчик, ты укрой меня, братец, да темной ночи. Okay, how is that for you? All right, yeah. What's happening here? 4 and 5. Sorry. Yeah. Well, you know what? Don't know what you're referring to. I'm going to quickly tell you what happens in the rest of this song, so you know what the song is about. And it's again a lot of, I would say the majority, I would say the vast, but the majority of Russian lyrical songs were sung by women because of just the lifestyle. Just the lifestyle. So they, in lyrical songs, they just express their heart. And these songs were without any rules, so they could sing whatever they wanted. And here we go. So in the 5th verse, she says, sorry, this verse, she says, is my brother at home, the white dove, my white brother? And he says to her, I am at home, my white dove, my sister. Then she says, can you give me shelter, my dear brother, give me shelter from this dark night and from a wild beast? And we think she means something symbolic, but no, it's quite literal. Oh, my dear little sister, the night is light, and the night is light, but is this our own family? Yes, the sister-in-law came out, the evil one, and she let the dogs out, the evil dogs. So actually she was chased by the dogs, this young woman. And then it's not quite clear whether it happened after her conversation with the brother, or she came back to her brother. I don't know. It's a ballad. I'm assuming it was much longer. The text was much longer. And then, so the sister-in-law shouted, "Oi, grab this one, tear her apart so she wouldn't come and be a guest here, so she wouldn't stay here for long." Basically, she doesn't want her to visit the brother. And the sister came in and burst into tears. So that's kind of a slightly twisted story, slightly unclear story in terms of timeline. Breathe where you like. Yeah, breathe. I'm reading your chat. In lyrical songs, you actually breathe in the middle of a word. Sometimes you can do that. Yeah. So that's what happens. It's quite a sad song. And as we know, with arranged marriages and all these family things, life was hard for women. But in the Mussorgsky text is slightly different, and it all becomes about a woman who lost her beloved, who promised to love her, and then he forgot her. And it's about that kind of sorrow. Now, I suggest that we sing through these 4 verses. Now, let me look at you. Do you think you know the music now? No? Yes, come on. Yes, okay. I'll just show you the text. Great. Now, experiment with it being folkier, less folky, whatever you want to stretch, whatever you want to add. Let's go. Let's go. I'll play. And let's go. Исходила младенька, все луга и болота, все луга и болота, а и все сенные покосы. Пристигала младеньку миниатюрная ночка. Ах, тигаевати, ай, где мне ночка радати? Мне на ум-то запала про родного братца. Уж я стук под окошко, уж я бряква колечко. Дома, дома ли братец, дома ли белый голубчик? Дома, дома, сестрица, ой, дома белоголовка. How is that? We'll do it one more time in a slightly higher key. We'll make it into a longer song. So I mentioned in the beginning of today's session that it reminds me of a ballad, and ballads were just lyrical songs with just telling a longer story. Remember, time was different. People felt time differently. People experienced time differently. So a song with 20 verses would totally make sense for a long winter evening in Russia, just like our winter evenings, and got darker treat here today. So we'll make it into a long song, and we will start with humming. Maybe we'll add a bit of humming between the verses, okay? So let's see where it can take us. But I will play the Simba, any relationship, yeah. Without those chords, let's try the melody without these chords. Let's try that. Yeah, let's try that. Be folky. So you're singing with me. You're just singing with me. See if we can make it into a folkier thing. Right, let's go. Let's go into this key. 1, 2, and. Исходила младенька, все луга и болота, все луга и болота, а и все сенные покосы. Пристигала младеннику меня темная ночка. Ах, ты горевати, ай, где мне ночка ратати? Мне на ум-то запала про родного бранца. Уж я стук под окошко, уж я бряк во колечко. Дома, дома ли, братец, дома ли белый голубчик? Дома, дома, сестрица, дома белоголубка. Like that. I've just noticed that I gave you a different ending for verse 4 in the music and in the text. I'm so sorry. Right, is the темный? Yeah, a different variant of that text. I'm sorry. I hope you can follow my spontaneity, which is part of this culture. I have my excuses. So we're going to sing it with harmony for making the connection with classical music. One time, I will bring you a tone up for the last bit. Okay, no text. So classical or folklore, or choose which one you like. But I think it's good to compare, to think, to see where things come from, where they've moved, and to experiment. So thank you again for joining me. There is one more Russian session in a week. It's our closing session with some guests, maybe from the Yiddish sessions as well. So we'll sing, maybe we'll sing something from our previous sessions as well, one or two, and have a party. So bring drinks to that one, okay?
Thank you.
Thanksgiving to everyone, and see you again. Bye.